Hey everyone, welcome back to History Seekers. We are in the garage today because it's been raining outside and we promised you a gold crushing video or a rock crushing video to find gold, and that's what we're going to do. Have you ever walked around and walked over a rock like this and wondered how much gold may be in it? Well, you're not alone. Our metal detectors in the last video went off on these two rocks, so we're going to crush them up. We've got a few more rocks that we're going to crush, and Kelly is going to break them apart, and then we're going to put them in our mini mill rock crusher.
The rock crusher.
All right, guys. So anyway, when we put it in here, then it's going to come out here and mix with that water. We're going to pan it down over in our panning station that we got set up there while it's quit raining. Kelly is going to start out by breaking them up. We got her doing the hard work today.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to do some too.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so a few quick notes. Safety, guys, you need eye protection, very important. And then you need also these masks, but we won't need these until we start crushing that. And that's because it turns to dust and can get in your lungs and make for a very bad day. We'll link to all the stuff that you see in the video down in the description box below. And we've got a rock hammer here.
Why do we have to crush them so small?
Well, we have to put them in this little hole right here in the mini mill. We don't have a big one yet. So they have to fit about golf ball size in this, and it runs down that tube into this mill area, and this has got a thing that turns with chains on it, and it breaks it up into a fine powder. You get to break big rocks into little rocks. The quartz rocks that have a lot of mineralization like this, you see all the dark stuff in the different colors, and you even see some iron. You will see some pyrite sparkling in there. Sometimes you may see gold, sometimes it may be pyrite. We've just got to crush it down to see first though. All right, so Kelly's gonna start on this first rock. This is the one that we got the really good gold signal on. There we go. Oh, look, okay, now hold that up to the camera real quick. All right, see the quartz there? It's mixed in with bedrock, and that's what we're trying to get to. That may be what gave us our gold signal in this rock. That's what's most important that we get in the crusher. We really want that sweet section right there. All right, let's keep working on it. Always right about that. Oh, and look at that. Yeah. Can you see that in the camera? Put that up there for them to see. Let them see that section there.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah. All right, so that's where some of your gold's going to be locked in, right there. That's what we're wanting. We're going to break this down just a little more and get to crushing.
I love to crush. I kind of want to use explosives and chemicals too.
Well, I kind of like the idea of explosives. Maybe in a future video. Okay, I think that's enough. Let me grab my gloves. Let's feed it to the crusher and see what we find. Hey guys, we got our glasses on, we got our mask ready, and we've got our rocks broke down to size, about the size of a golf ball or so, and we're gonna start feeding it to the crusher. Now I'm gonna crank this up and let it go. I'm gonna play a little music for you guys. This thing gets really loud. Oh, and by the way, you should probably have some ear protection.
You put gas in it?
Huh? Yeah,
Put gas in it?
Yeah, I put gas in it.
I was just making sure. Sometimes you're not the sharpest tool in the drawer.
Alright. So it may not be all the way crushed, but what we're going to do, we're going to open this up, rake everything out, let you see the inside of it, see how much is not crushed, and then we're going to pan all that stuff out, see how much gold we got. Okay, so we've got the bolts off. We're going to do a little mechanical maintenance, but we'll get to that later. Let's take this off, and all the stuff dropping out right there. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there, Kel, that didn't make it through that screen. We got a stopped up screen, so that's why some of our stuff didn't make it out. Just run all that out. Like I say, normally it should come out this little chute right here, guys, but so I think we got a clog. That's all right. We were running it pretty fast and pretty hard. That got stopped up. So it may be a little bit thicker than what I wanted or a little bit higher, coarser stuff, but it's still pretty good. Look at that.
What kind of pan are you putting in it?
I'm putting it in the XP pan under there.
Yeah, but what?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually a classifier. So we're classifying it down there so the big stuff will get held out on top. See the pieces that aren't broke down there? All right, everybody, I've come to the realization I have way too much material to pan. Didn't realize that I wasn't recording. So we're gonna finish showing you what I started out doing. Basically all that material, we're gonna classify it down. That's gonna make it easier. We've got a 20 mesh classifier right here on top, followed by a 30 mesh classifier, and anything smaller, or yeah, smaller than 30 mesh is gonna fall down into this bucket here. And then we're gonna shake it down. You can already see some of it's falling through. We're gonna run that down, and then we're gonna put it through some smaller classifiers because we want everything to be the same size for this trick that we're gonna do. We're gonna put it through a blue bowl and really get out a lot of the fine gold, hopefully. And we're just gonna set them to the side. We'll deal with those in a little bit. And what we're left with is all the good stuff down there in that bucket. We're gonna take one of these classifiers that's 50 mesh, and we're gonna take one of these classifiers that's 100 mesh, and they've got screens in there, and we're gonna stack the 50 on top and then the 100. So what'll happen, all the stuff that's 50 or bigger that won't go through this screen will stay in this cup, and the other stuff will go in this one. Like 100 to 300 is gonna fall out into our gold pan right there. So between 30 and 50 is right here. We're gonna run that in the blue bowl. So let's go ahead and spoon in the stuff that's 50 mesh, or well, it's between 30 and 50 mesh. We're gonna run a magnet across it, rare earth magnet. We're gonna take out all the heavy metal stuff. We're gonna take this rare earth magnet, and I don't remember how big this one is, but it's pretty strong. And we're just gonna run it. And again, ideally you would not put your hands in here because you've got oils and stuff on your hands and that can cause it to float. But I've got so much jet dry in this bowl, if it floats, it probably just needed to get away anyway. The downside to running the magnet is you can get some gold trapped up between the magnetic stuff. And look at that. See how much stuff we pulled off of that? I mean, you can see all of that just stuck to the magnet. That's black sand. Iron, I believe it's sulfides. I've heard it called different stuff. I'm not a geologist, not a gold expert, but so keep this stuff, don't throw it away once you get it out. I'm just going to slowly bring it up to speed, and as this comes in, it's going to start circling around and creating a vortex. And so what will happen is all your gold will kind of hold back, and most of your light stuff, your blonde sands and stuff like that, you can already see it happening, is starting to suck into the middle. And then it's going to ride up this cone, and it'll pause for just a second on the lip before it drops in this hole. And I've got this blue bowl sitting on a 5-gallon bucket, so even if we run it too fast, and even if we lose some of the small gold, it's going to drop in that bucket. We can run it again, no big deal. And see how quickly that sand's already compressing down to the middle there. All right, and if you'll notice, see the sawtooth pattern forming here? So that means it's got a good balance, and we've got it all the way forming all the way around. That means we're good and level. And so the gold by this time has already sunk under all this and out here on the outside edges, and what's being taken off is the lighter weight stuff right off the top. And look right there, I can see a little piece of gold right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's a tiny speck. I see another little piece over there too. What we're being left with is gold in theory. And I see 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 specks already that got left behind. See them? Pretty much all that sand is gone down in the bucket, and what we're left with is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Let you guys see. Again, those are T90 specks. Y'all see that? There's one there. There's one. I don't know. That looks like maybe one. And guys, I've got this thing zoomed in just as far as it'll go. Okay, that looks like one there. And then let's come back over to this side. I think that is one there. Pretty sure it is. And then we're gonna go and run the other stuff, the smaller stuff, and see how much is in there. All right, guys, so we've got everything finished up here, and I'm just gonna turn the bowl around a little bit here so you can see, and we're gonna zoom in close. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 specks. Pretty decent little specks. I mean, you probably don't have a lot of perspective because it's zoomed in so much. I'll put a penny up here in just a second, and that way you can kind of see. That's from all that crush. And then we've got a lot of black sand there, and you see some sparkly in the black sand. There's probably gold, some real fine gold dust in there. You know, it's just gonna be hard to get out. It's all mangled up from going through the crusher, but that's all right. That's still gold, and we're gonna zoom out and see to give you perspective of it, if that gives you any idea of how small that stuff is. All right, guys. Well, if you've enjoyed the video, let us know. Leave a like and comment. Share it with a friend. Tell somebody about it. And let us know. We'll do some more of these if you think it's worthwhile doing. We're going to do probably some dredging and stuff like that, too. Be a lot of fun.